Hello guys, in this video I'll be answering the question, how do I start my school year off strong? And talking about very simple things you can do right now to get a head start that will eventually lead you to getting high grades in your exams. I just graduated from secondary school with a prelim L1 R5 of raw 8, which to some is pretty good but to others might not be what they want. So this video is essentially a list of 2 things I wish I had done earlier at the start of every school year so that you can easily beat my score of 8. Number 1. Prioritize and learn about health. What most people don't realize about getting good grades or really getting good at anything is that your health is directly related to your productivity. Better health means being more sharp and focused when doing your work, which can make the difference between doing a week's worth of work in one day or doing a day's worth of work in a week. You need to have the mindset of prioritizing health over academics. Say if you have spare 20 minutes of time after you finish all your work for the day, you need to be that guy who spends the extra 20 minutes going for a walk instead of studying for extra 20 minutes. Why? Because actually spending less time on academics and more time on health will ironically lead to better grades. I could tell you a bunch of tips about improving your sleep or your diet. I actually have made a video on sleep, but the most effective thing you can do for your health is to consistently learn how to better your health. Okay, so here's an actionable step. I'll do this with you. Open a new tab on your computer or open a browser on your phone and just type in hubermanlab.com. So this is Dr. Andrew Huberman, a neuroscientist which in my opinion gives the best and most updated advice on improving many different aspects of your health. So what I want you to do is to think of an area that you might be lacking in. Maybe it's your diet, your sleep, maybe it's social life, or maybe it's exercise. And I just want you to type that keyword into the search bar. Okay, maybe I want advice on sleep. So I type sleep here, and now you'll get a bunch of podcast episodes done by Andrew about sleep. And I prefer listening to these toolkit episodes, solo episodes, which basically talk about the most important tips for that one topic, which is sleep in this case. So you don't have to watch like all of these videos on sleep. By the way, all of these podcast episodes are on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and all these platforms here. So you can just go to one of these platforms. I'm doing this on my laptop. You probably want to do this on your phone, and you can just search for the episode that you want to watch. For example, I want to watch the sleep toolkit we saw just now. So you can go here to this episode, you can save it, and you can also download it to your phone. So what I want you to do is every morning when you're commuting to school or just going back home, put on your earphones and just listen to one of Andrew's podcasts for a few minutes. There's no need to listen to the entire podcast at once because it's a few hours long. Just listen to it for 5 to 10 minutes a day. Spend multiple days just listening to one podcast episode. Finish it, then choose another podcast episode to listen to. Also, make sure to note down and implement Andrew's tips as you listen to them. If you are able to do this consistently every day, the amount of improvement you'll have to your health over say like a few months or a year would be absolutely incredible, and it will show in your happiness increasing and also your grades increasing. So just implement this into your routine or set an alarm every day to remind you to listen to the podcast. Number 2, make supportive friends. This goes especially to the students who are in a class of new people you've never met before. My head of level once told us this phrase, don't go it alone. It is very difficult to stay consistent in your academics without supportive friends, and it is very difficult to make friends when you're busy with academics. So at the beginning of a year, when you're not so busy, just do your future self a favor by building a supportive social circle. How do you do this? Simple, just talk to people. If you have some social anxiety or awkwardness, just remember that no one would really judge you for being awkward. People will only judge you if you are mean or try to insult or offend them. You have to be the initiator, the guy who makes the class group chat, for example, who goes around greeting people and just saying hi whenever they see them. By the way, here's 2 pro tips for getting people to like you as a person. Number 1, encourage them to speak more about themselves rather than force them to listen about you. Number 2, try to give give sincere and genuine praise whenever you can. So your actionable step is simple. Try to talk to maybe one person in your class you've never met each day. Then you can decide or not whether they are a supportive and valuable friend, and whether you want to further your relationship with them or not. So, in conclusion, to start your school year off right, number 1, improve and prioritize your health by listening to the Huberman Lab podcast daily. And number 2, interact with more classmates to build a group of supportive friends. If you were expecting specific study tactics and you're not very convinced of the sheer importance of health and social life on your grades, trust me, I was also a student like you, and I only experienced drastic improvement in my grades after I prioritized health. If you have any feedback or criticism for this video, feel free to comment down below, and have a good day.